let's see. Hopefully it worked. I don't know what happened. OBS just like completely stopped responding. Thank you for letting me know. I gotta do a better job of checking when that happens. Maybe I'm gonna have to update again. Oh no. Still kind of acting a little weird. I'm back. Okay, good. I don't think you missed much. I just talked to these teenagers and then I tried to run around and they're like, you better go where you're supposed to. Okay. Let's try this again. The pig who won't move. Good for him. Uh-oh. Like it's the mayor and the bad guy. Or at least seems like the bad guy. Maybe my gran is the bad guy, actually.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely.
That's who I thought was in the suit. Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that.
Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. I thought it was his wife. I didn't realize it was his sister.
Yes, she has been indisposed of late.
What's up, JT? She doesn't like me, does she?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy.
Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines.
My father was a great man.
Yeah, darn tootin' he was.
Kerr lopped his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family. Present company included.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr?
Call me William. Ask away.
William, why are you doing all of this?
Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party.
Not just the festival. All of this. There's gotta be 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines?
You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds.
Seeds?
Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. Sorry, pouring some water.
You see potential here.
Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge, and the right leadership, of course.
Oh.
Good night, Mayor Valentine. Hey, buddy. Are you sure about all this? Oh, we're not allowed to go. Just checking. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here.
So, what's your buddy Rollo like?
Rollo? He's... Rollo?
Not particularly helpful.
Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy, he's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest.
It's about time you tell me what this foul harvest thing is.
It's kind of a long story.
Hit me with the highlights.
Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal.
Ooh, big deal fertilizer.
It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine's grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used as fertilizer. Things were good.
I'm sensing a big but.
around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died.
He's getting more and more California, I'm sorry.
And something changed.
Changed how?
Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, the air, soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines.
The foul harvest.
Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs.
Sheesh.
The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens.
And no one knows why?
Nope.
I take it Rollo's farm got the short end of the stick?
Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others.
That sucks.
Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town.
The Beacon Pines Initiative Reborn? Oh no, the Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative.
Yep. First thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels. One town over for a week, while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going.
That doesn't sound good at all. Can I do this while she's here? I guess I can. But it looks like I've done them all already.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme. Some fish have refined taste.
I still don't understand the point of this. I don't know if I need to do it or what the deal is. I lost it. Okay, bye, Dad. I think I'm about to die. Okay. Meet up with Rollo. He's gonna be so mad that we brought a girl here.
It's about time. I was about to give up and go home.
Who's a new kid? That's not his voice. What did he used to sound like?
Name's Beck. You must be Rollo.
I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rollo waggled his
I
head
think maybe
with
I need
pride.
allergy medicine. He sounds stuffed up. You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. Sorry, I have a cold right now, I guess, apparently. Or bad allergies. I've seen worse looking junk piles. Thanks. Hey, Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about?
Yeah?
While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. So stinking cute. I love when games write children well, it's adorable. Or when stories do. Cute. He has a drill? He goes all out, doesn't he?
Always.
Lavish. Cute! He's got his grand's clothes on. That's adorable. Oh, wow, I missed.
Do you want to help, Beck?
Cute. Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place?
There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks.
Junk food for junk. Nice. I'm surprised Rollo's not freaking out.
So? Pretty sweet security, right?
It was imaginative, I'll give you that.
Luca, are we sure we could trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, Luca, you promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So, like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running.
A man pulled you in?
Yeah, but I got away.
You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right?
Yeah?
Then it could have been a woman.
How did you get away?
They grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran.
Dang.
That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma.
Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle. And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper clandestine meetup.
She has a big vocabulary, that's cute.
So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at Valentine Warehouse? You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit, and then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Eris Valentine?
Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kinda awesome.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
Girl.
No offense.
And so we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your Gran, and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged.
But she's definitely hiding something.
Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in.
Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here?
No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing.
Did you know your Gran before?
Isn't she not actually related to me?
Not really, no. It had been years since I'd seen her.
Luca, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca
Not
gazed out the
anymore.
window.
What's up, Unfailing Hat? I'm alright, how are you?
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up.
We could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Paul always says, folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house.
That's Luca's voice.
We need to investigate your house.
I need three children's voices, and I really only have one.
If my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? No?
There's a locked door that you can't get into.
That's kind of the whole point of hiding something.
I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear, and we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop.
You can count me in.
We didn't die
Chapter
yet.
6. Secret Lair.
Secret lair.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
It's probably gonna be death, because it usually is. What time is it? Oh, I love his little shirt. That's so cute. Cute, cute, cute. Wow, he changes fast. Yeah, I'm coming. Just checking for secrets. Anything? Like, both of these doors, I think, have been locked the whole time. And he's like,
Gran doesn't hide anything. What do you mean?
oh my gosh, Rollo.
Rollo, what on earth is that? That ridiculous thing on your head.
It's so cute.
Oh, this? It
It helps me think.
You're gonna need a lot more of those.
Joke all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear?
Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day.
Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
It's so cute. If I were Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
Listen to that music. It feels like it can't get better, and then it just keeps getting better. It's so good.
He
Ah.
coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for.
Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. Sorry you keep sounding like Luca. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence.
She keeps a fire going every day, Rollo.
Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere your Gran doesn't want you to go?
Yeah, the closet upstairs.
So, maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first?
No dice is locked.
Well, well, well. Look who stands to reason now.
And I have no idea where the key is.
If it's really important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else?
She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I am going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush?
True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary?
Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. We're gonna be so grounded. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, I can't reach the
A
latch.
look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
She's gonna bust in and be like, why are you breaking my dishes, you rascals? All right, Rollo. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work.
Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a sturdy head to sit on.
This is beneath my standing.
Stop complaining and hold still. Got it.
The three crowded around the
Cute.
hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey. Let me just yank on this random
As
teacup
Beck
and...
pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Seems like your Gran has been doing some remodeling.
Dude, only two types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds and superheroes.
So, which one do we think she is?
We're about to find out. I was gonna go outside and look around. She's a punching bag?
Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe?
Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive? And jam jars?
Is her jam actually like explosives?
That's enough jam to feed the whole town.
What kind of incendiary jam is your gran making?
Is she making like napalm?
She wouldn't have had me walking around town delivering bombs. Right? One way to find out.
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Rollo, don't.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
And a brown sugar. And ink?
What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. A grand jamgram? It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Oh man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good.
So, more of bombshell than a bomb, am I right?
You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Fertilizer, plans, the punching bag. Oh, so. What's up, Ghost Wolf? How are you doing? I can't believe there's not like an achievement for this, and I would have thought I would have gotten it by now. Look how fast I am. Sorry, that's so annoying.
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy.
Is your gran a serial killer?
Well, good morning, sunshine. What's the plan for the day?
'Cause I'm starting to get a vibe.
Don't be ridiculous.
Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town. Out of the kindness of her heart.
She put little symbols by some of them.
Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle.
My moms are both on here. Both with question marks.
Gus Valentine has a question mark. Eris has a question mark that's been crossed out.
It's like, who's on their side? Are these kids dumb?
Mr. Kerr has a bullseye.
The killer has chosen her next victim. We don't know what any of this means.
Whatever it means, it's probably not good.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Is Walter my dad? What do you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files.
Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Sad.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it?
One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live.
Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of a preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed holding up a monocle.
Ah, here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy.
Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph?
That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait,
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
there's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home has been contaminated. Perhaps environmental. Lab results only raise more questions.
It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes.
So it might be related to something else.
Rollo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. The disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terrence's condition follows close behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the
They
cabinet
killed his
this whole
dad
time,
for sure.
spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see?
What do you mean enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands?
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
So, I'm a little confused about what just happened. Is he saying his dad was a doctor and wrote that file? Or that was about his father? I think he's saying his dad was a doctor and wrote the file, but I'm not totally sure. Sometimes when I'm doing the voice acting, I don't pay enough attention to the story. My friends are in my way.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool. This looks like a treasure map.
Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo.
Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map.
Can't fault that logic.
Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow it,
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
it leads right to...
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's a fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure.
Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. Is it a bunch of explosives? The end of that path on that map has the same symbol as those explosives over there.
So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer.
Rollo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month?
The festival! Gulp.
Did you just say gulp?
This feels like a gulp kind of situation.
Everyone will be gathered near the center of town.
She's gonna blow up the festival!
Not if we stop her.
Maybe we shouldn't stop her?
What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
Is my gran gonna kill me?
What was that? What was what? No, I heard it too.
That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs.
Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
There's nowhere to
Beck flicked
hide,
off the
really.
light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
Uh-oh.
The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
It's one of the dudes.
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now
Oh, it
echoed
would
down
be
the
more like,
stairs.
hello? Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated
in so
every
much
new
trouble.
step.
Oh, it might actually be. Actually, I think it's the squirrel Ned Flanders, and I don't remember what voice I gave him.
Thump,
Yoo-hoo!
thump.
Can I do a Flanders voice? It's like we're nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Thump.
I can't do its voice. I'm just here to help. Just.
Thump. At the bottom step, the man paused.
Huh. I guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Rollo, don't.
It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway.
What's he gonna think he's gonna
He
do?
screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Flaming chicken coop!
With
What?
all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo?
Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rollo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's
hopefully
neck,
not.
he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rollo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
It's Mr. Tolliver. Ned Flanders, the
7.
squirrel. My voice is starting
The
to hurt.
interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain, they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
He's part of the resistance. They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop, hard cop. Which one should we choose? I wanted to pick the wrong option because I want to see all of them, but I guess I'll just go with the
They'd
first
run
one.
the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. That was all a big mistake.
Luca, what's going on here? I don't think he's that old sounding. Why do you have me strapped down?
No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled.
Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give
That's-
a timid wave.
Rollo's here? I don't know. Maybe I need to give him an accent. Let's make it like southern-ish, because that's the bad guy's voice. Rollo's here, but just different. Yeah. Well, I'll just make him southern. Well, all right. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement?
I'm here to help, of course.
Help with what?
What's my gran up to?
If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you.
How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you?
No?
And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming?
Yeah?
So why would I turn my back on your family now?
It's just, you're sweating a lot. And that's kind of suspicious. All this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with the names of people from town? An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes?
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives?
I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. Can't you explain tied up also? Don't untie him, kids. His mouth isn't gagged. He can still talk. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck.
Don't do it.
This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings.
Don't do it. He might
Mr.
kill
Tolliver
you.
gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as
See?
he spoke.
You can't trust anyone. You see, this town has secrets, Luca. What's up, Anna? A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light.
A past that must be
He
brought to
punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
light. That's why you don't untie him. He could talk. Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
Well, you're gonna die now, kids. He just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
I mean, that's true. We are kids. We should stay down here.
Play it cool, huh?
Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right.
Doing good. How are you?
Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
That's why you don't untie your captive, kids. Good cop, hard cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation.
So stinking cute. This game is adorable.
Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rollo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rollo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light.
You can't tell that they're children, though.
With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, Looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We could do this my way, or... Well, let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance. What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
You've tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran. Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Are you Canadian? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord.
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? What's the source? It's
His
where
voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
Oh. Check his pockets.
Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Dang, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began?
We need more information.
Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know more?
What about the History Museum? It just got set up for the festival.
Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable?
The library? If there's any information about the source thing, Kato can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. So cute. No additions.
Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Have you seen this new issue of Hank Atomic?
Not yet.
No spoilers, please. It's awesome. It's a flashback.
No spoilers, please. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this.
Oh, sorry. Alright, Jace. Catch you later. Roger that, Space Cadet.
Wait, just quickly. There aren't any words hiding from me, right? Okay, let's go talk to Kato. I think it's actually pronounced Kato.
This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable to be a librarian?
Kato hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. This just sounds like Celeste. It's giving me flashbacks.
I just keep an eye on the place sometimes. I just keep an eye on the place for Mrs. Novak sometimes.
They've got you working for free? Don't work for free. You deserve to be paid.
It's quiet, and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want?
Fair enough. Money?
What can I do for you all?
We need a favor.
I already told you and Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience.
Actually, we're looking to do some research.
Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for?
That's the thing. We sort of don't know. What do you got on the history of the town?
There's the county record archives.
What's in those?
Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded.
Great, we'll start there. My voice is killing me.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over. The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst.
I might need to go make a cup
But
of
the
tea.
old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop.
We have to keep digging.
If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up with one of those asinine death records. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out.
You sound like my sister.
No, she doesn't. I'm good voice actress. She does sound like a sister, actually.
Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
What is he? Is he... I thought he was a cat. Is he like a tiger or something? She's definitely a cat. Maybe, or she's definitely a cat. Maybe he's just a different type of cat.
You're a county record.
Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Just like
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
Jay Hartford here.
I'd love to see you try.
Hey, hey, hey! We're all a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck? In the obit? Jay Hartford? From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago.
That can't be right.
What is it?
G. Hartford. That's my grand's name. Juniper Hartford.
It's not really my grandmother, is it? Maybe there were two J. Hartfords?
Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor.
Okay, this is getting creepy.
If your gran is 6 feet under 3 towns over,
Then who am I living
The
with?
question hung in the air.
Ouch. Alright, gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10?
oh crap, Pa is gonna kill me. I gotta go.
Yeah, my parents will be worried sick.
Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow.
What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement?
I'll think of something.
I feel like he just shouldn't go home, probably. So either Gran faked her
Luca's
death,
heart
or
was
that's
pounding
not our
as he
Gran.
approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet. And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Listen to that music.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely.
She's
She
just
was
snoring.
asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Is she faking sleep? I just kind of want to go wake her up. Gran, I'm home. I'm home, I'm home, I'm home, I'm home. Music's so good. Will it let me go upstairs? It will. This game is good. I know, I'm looking. I never do what they tell me to do. It's why all my playthroughs take like 4 times as long as they say they will. You gotta check everything. Maybe there's something in the bushes. Maybe there's something in the tree. Maybe there's a secret. But there isn't. I love this little garden, it's so cute. Anything here? Oh, it's firewood. I was like, what's under the stove? She left it open. Like, she definitely would have noticed. He's gone. Did you hear that sting? That was so good. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 3 children are probably not gonna be the best at restraining someone. I feel like if 3 8-year-olds tied me up, I'd probably be able to also get out of it. Not too much trouble.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
She definitely does.
What do I do?
Lucas' hungry stomach
Oh,
groaned.
he's hungry
Not
baby.
realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars,
She's gonna
unscrewed
eat
one,
jam?
and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
He flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed.
Uh-oh, it might be poisoned.
Okay, now I can think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tall,
Because he killed us in one of the realities, so something crazy's going on for sure.
if she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. Guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong.
He's gonna die from poison jam, I bet.
Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done.
Any other little hints down here for me? We don't want to like close this? Oh, we can't reach it, I think. What have you been doing?
Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
Why not just go stay with Rollo?
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened.
Because he's poisoned.
His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Called it.
Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
The Gerald.
Good thing it didn't happen on the steps. Luca.
Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into?
Now we're gonna find out if Gran is a bad guy or not. I think she's not.
Rest now and let me handle everything.
I don't really think I'll be kind of surprised if she's a bad guy. I feel like she's a good guy.
Chapter 9.
Oh, it's the last chapter.
A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down
So
in bed.
it was like a sleeping drug, not poison.
He
That's
moaned
good.
into his pillow. Why would Gran... Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
He killed you. He's a bad guy. Last chapter. Aw,
Shaking the
man.
questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
Oh yeah, the festival.
Let's try not to die today, child. This game is cute. If you see this game on Steam, you should get it. It's a good game. It's very entertaining. And good luck not hearing my voice when they talk. She left it open because she knows I know now, I guess. But I still feel like she should hide it because someone else could just come into our house. You know? What does that mean, Ghost Wolf? Still nothing for me to look at. Whoops. Wash your hands, brush your teeth, get some breakfast. It's so cute. Water the plants. You gotta do your chores before you go out for the day. It's important. Day chores, day chores. You just gotta do them. Just like at nighttime. Yeah. Gotta be done. Let's go visit Dad's grave. Before they kill us.
Bye, Dad. I'm trying to make you proud. Doing the best thing I can. Think I've been making some mistakes lately, but I'm really trying hard to make you proud and save the town. And I miss you. I love you. Bye, Dad.
Trying to make you cry. Okay, and thank you. Means when you're saying goodbye? Oh my goodness, I think that's too many things for me to keep track of. You might have to tell me which one you mean. My poor old brain doesn't work that great anymore. It's my friends.
Where have you been? I did drugs. Gran put something in the jam.
Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators.
Not this one.
It's New Zealand slang.
The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep.
Whoa! Sly devil.
This heart is so cute.
I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger.
You're all in danger.
Have you found anything?
We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd.
Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech.
What speech?
Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage.
Let's get moving. No, let's look at everything first. Wait. I want to look around.
Augustus
Look at the
Valentine nervously
baby
wiped his
bunnies.
brow.
It's everyone in town. I hope they don't all talk because I don't want to do that many voices.
Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today.
It's the guy, isn't it?
This town...
Oh, it's not.
This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So, I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man.
Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
It's already so loose. Look at the tie.
Right. Where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. I love that the little alligator girl is still reading her book. She's such a little belle. Ah, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. The pig guy is still asleep too. I love that. And I I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all here today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place, to see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr
This speech is so
methodically made
boring.
eye contact with each section of the crowd.
I'm bored and I'm the one saying it. The only way you made it through the foul harvest is an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. The festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
I can't do that because my voice hurts. We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And this is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Uh-oh.
What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't gonna ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all my travels, I have learned one thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so, it is with a happy heart that I can
He
proclaim
raised his hands up to the heavens.
our harvest awaits. That happened again.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end.
I'm not sure if that's a fitting way for anyone's things
On
to
a
end.
stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of
I
time.
feel like that's not his intended outcome, though.
The end.
Because usually the villain wants to survive.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again!
I could go make a tea.
No, I don't mean that.
I mean, I do need a pee break. Are you sure?
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again. Please.
Okay, but I'm rapidly losing my voice. I think we've only got one option left. I am going to take a really quick break. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and take a quick pee, and I will be back with you shortly. I'm sorry it's going to be silent because there's not really background music, but I'll be back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Got a tea. I wish I could drink it, but it's gotta cool down. All right, it's okay. Here we go. I'm enjoying this game so much. All right, we've only got one option left, and it is Sly. I'm not sure if I found everything. Come on. There we go. Classic good cop, Sly cop. It's
They
probably
demand
gonna be
the classic
Beck.
good cop, sly cop interrogation.
Luca was chill, Rolo was hard, and I bet Beck will be the sly one.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task. With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modwell girl.
Please, call me back. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are.
Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal this was gonna be easy.
You know how... Excuse me. You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup.
But she sent a child?
What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid?
I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
I don't feel like he buys it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable.
A little, yeah.
But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true.
So, it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
Destroy the evidence?
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, the old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be.
No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
Are you sure you can finish this up on your own?
Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can...
Sorry, I got distracted.
You can leave the rest to me.
Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on.
Loose end?
Oh, it's nothing really. The other day I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets.
That's ominous.
I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical.
What's the password for?
We don't know.
So we have a password and nowhere to input it?
It's gotta mean something, right?
Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I got this under control.
That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look.
There's
She
no way
grinned
he
and
believes
gave him
her.
a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a
Whatever.
jaunty tune.
You
guys catch that?
Sure did. The whole time Mr. Tolliver had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rollo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf.
Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio.
Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
I want to drink this tea so badly.
We just need to find the hidden meeting.
Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up?
Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number things? So you would be 21?
Surely they would not use such a simple cipher for their scheme.
N would be 14. D would be...
Ooh. It's an anagram. Nuncreed's drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Rollo, that's incredible.
Well, it's either that or Kren's new drugstore.
Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that?
What can I say? I love ciphers.
I actually enjoy ciphers too. Easy ones. I can't do hard ones. I'm not good at them, but I do enjoy it. It's kind of fun. Like little code breaking stuff. Ciphers, it's like this is like a simple substitution cipher where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. So it would give you like if you have like a string of numbers, then you would change it to spell out a word. And there's a whole I see.
Well, I guess we know where to go next.
The music is so good.
We better get to Nuncreed's.
Oh, it's a member of the Resistance. Mrs. Fratelli.
You scared me half to death.
Sorry.
You kids haven't seen Mr. Tolliver around, have you?
Nope.
He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear that man would be late to his own funeral.
Cute. Dude, where are we going? I forgot. Again. Doesn't it have a thing that will tell me? The drugstore. Okay. Let's go do that. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get us killed.
You're late, Augustus.
Sorry, sister.
Why do you have different accents?
Was caught up with my work.
Work.
You?
I had a few more details to lock down for the festival.
Oh? What do you have to report?
What is this insipid town festival really about?
I think
Gus looked around nervously.
Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him.
I didn't pull strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town.
Was.
Excuse me.
This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help.
We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground.
That is just a temporary arrangement.
The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When this all inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change, whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be a part of that future, or be forgotten in the past?
It's a shame. Father named you Augustus. But you will always just be a Gus.
I don't get it. Do you get that?
Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow.
It's getting late, children.
She's still just reading her book. It's so funny.
We better get to Nuncreed's.
Never want to let me go to the coffee shop.
Knowledge he spat with a sneer. There exists a gulf between knowing something and being able to do a damn thing about it. Huh. I do hate it when the villain makes a good point.
So stinking cute. Anything down here for me? I'm guessing not. Oh, it's the kid. I haven't seen this kid in ages. Hey, dude.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore, holding a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Do you guys like black licorice? I do like it.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there?
I'm afraid not.
Then where'd you get the candy from?
You might say. How did he sound?
You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes there's just small pleasures in life. We might not always have family to rely on. Licorice should never let me down.
Well, I can't say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. We could tell a lot about a person by their choice of confection. Oh, yeah, I guess.
Can you? I don't know.
I like sour gobs.
I'm certain you do.
I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. You must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty.
For some, it's
He sounds so old. I need to age it down.
for some, it's as easy as cold hard cash.
I don't know. I tried. I had a voice for him, but it was so long ago. I think it was last year.
Well, he's right, it's locked. There's gotta be more clues. Okay, let's see.
It's probably this, right? Just make sure real quick that there's not something else, because I think that's what's gonna take us to probably our next death. And then whoops, I'm stuck again. I'm gonna make sure it won't let me leave. I bet it won't. Yeah. Okay. This is the one.
Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing?
Besides Mr. Nuncreed, no.
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got like a blinky keypad.
Why would there be a blinky keypad?
Kren's new drugstore. I mean, underground secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door and they all squeezed in.
All right, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something.
Great, now what?
I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes, held their breath, and accepted their... Suddenly, the chaotic descent slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground. The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it! You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth?
Of course I did. Didn't I say that?
No.
I definitely thought it. Luca, do you remember when I said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue number 12 were real?
Rollo, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic.
That's why I'm such a good predictor.
Cute. It looks like each of these has something written on them.
Well, let's just leave, children. It's not safe. This is no place for 3 rotten kids.
This is the thing we broke, look.
This suit has a broken mask.
So, have we found our mystery warehouse creeper? We've at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like an Uncreed and talks like an Uncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Just saying. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. That was terrible voice acting. This is starting to feel like something big. That's a little better. Perennial Harvest main office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? Science stuff? Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. How could she be involved? True. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town is all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. It always says you can only trust a miner up to the point when they hit gold. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Paul. You don't always realize what he means until it's too late. That's a lot of buttons. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Grillo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Rollo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Awesome. And we're gonna die again.
You all need to come with me now.
We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers.
Mr. Underground Secrets? I told them it was an absurd password, but they love anything that makes them feel clever.
They who?
That's no matter. If I can keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins.
We don't care about our skins.
Hold on now. I like my skin.
This all stops now, Nuncreed. What are you
Joseph
gonna do your
waited for
8?
a moment in silence.
You sound just like him.
He killed my dad, I think.
Who? Walt.
You don't get to talk about my dad.
You know your father and I were friends back
He
before
gestured toward the strange tubes.
all of this.
That's a lie.
It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee.
What happened?
Same thing that always happens. Money, reality, complications, life. We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks.
So you were like his sidekick?
No. We were partners. He helped the patients and I helped him.
Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
I don't know if I know how to do a growl of a sigh. Like that, maybe?
Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. He says he's got an opportunity. He'd found something he didn't quite understand, and he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it.
And my dad said no.
Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then.
I mean, that's not technically wrong. It sounds very villainous, but you do have to take care of yourself first. Classic sidekick The classic sidekick into villain plotline.
Bolt loved being righteous almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, "Joseph, if a person says yes one time to shop a Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone."
He shook his head wistfully.
Did my dad kill the guy?
Shopper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes.
Is there a point to this sob story?
Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
Grandma, help!
I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What?
You really don't know? My Gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose.
Juniper.
I can't believe she's still asleep.
Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party.
She's going to disrupt the festival. Why would
The
she?
color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know?
Apparently, she knows a lot of things.
What?
Let's just say this isn't the only underground lair we've busted into today.
These kids are so dumb.
And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions, big man.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders. His eyes were frantic.
You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Tell me now. She's in danger, boy.
Oh yeah, he likes our Gran.
I don't know. She had a map with a mark on the fountain in town square.
The fountain, but why
A
would
jolt of realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
she knows about the source?
What the heck is the source?
If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze and...
Freeze the whole town.
Dear God, she's going to freeze us all.
My ears flapping, it's cute.
You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back.
That did not go how I expected.
So, we're totally following him, right?
Totally.
See you on the other side.
You good?
You good?
Yep. Ah! I love this town.
Eee! Crazy kids. You're gonna get killed.
Chapter
Don't do
8.
it. Chapter 8.
The cold, hard truth.
My voice.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark. Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along.
What does carom mean?
She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth. Then, all of a sudden, as if minutes had passed in an instant, light blazed into view. A burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
Wonder if they're all gonna be separated. Nope, they're together. Sounds really good.
That was intense.
Yeah.
I think I might have parted with some fluids in there. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold.
Doesn't look like it got on any of us.
It didn't feel like we traveled that far.
What is this horrible noise? Is it wind?
So where did it all go? This place sucks. Why would anyone even want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We gotta catch up to Nuncreed.
There aren't any footprints.
I think he went this way. catch up to Mr. Nuncreed.
But first, let's look around. It's where my house used to be, obviously. Look. This is where our house was. And there's like marks like it got dragged away, which is very strange. This is where my dad's grave is. How does he not recognize it? We are like, I guess we missed the freeze from being underground?
Hello? Where is everyone?
Toxic waste.
Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed on all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town.
Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now.
Mr. Nuncreed is an alien. Rollo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. The final objective? Kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pines citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You used to get it. Oh, you get used to it. We should keep moving.
They blocked off our tree house. And my cool guy standing post. We can't go down to the History Museum. What's a money thing? It's a great game. It's a really nice, sweet little game.
As they
It's
rounded
like
the corner
spooky
to
but
the
not
frozen
scary.
town
It's good.
square, they
I
spotted
highly
Mr.
recommend it.
Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center. He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild. Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered
gonna
in the
blow it
bitter
up.
wind.
Juniper, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I assure you, this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that, you've doomed this whole town.
Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran, it's happening.
Luca, you and your friends need to leave. Right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids,
We're gonna
desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rollo and Beck held steadfast in awe. Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing.
How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing?
Walt told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish.
Thank you.
His voice hardened.
That's not true.
They both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself, making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change.
Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets.
Now, that's not fair.
They menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories, Luca's mind flooded with questions. The wind calmed, as if to give him the stage. And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow.
Oh. Oops.
Gran stared at Luca for a moment
Sorry
with
about
warm
that.
sympathy, remembering why this was all.
Necessary, sorry. This will all make sense soon, Luca. Then everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
You can't hide behind these people any longer, Joseph. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties lie. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch into the deep darkness. She smiled and exhaled in relief. Mr. Nuncreed moaned in resignation. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. If you want things to change, then you must be willing to.
Before Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Oh dear. Luca. It keeps happening.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted against an unthinking horror. There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy scene. In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. The end. Well, that was dire. On the bright side, we finally figured out where all the ice is coming from.
Is this actually the ending?
Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
We should just move. Let's move away. Oh no, we don't have another word. Ah, crap. No, wait, I didn't want to do that. Shoot.
There
This
was
is not what I was trying to do. I pressed the wrong key.
Eyes.
I don't think I
deep
can
mis-
go back until it... Yeah, now I should be able to do it. Okay, I messed up. I might have to get the walkthrough. We missed something here, clearly, and I'm guessing it's in this chapter. So let's look around. See, that's what happens when you don't look at everything. Oh no, I have to go further back. Dang it.
And it was falling to the tear. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy,
Yes, I'm
remembering why this was all
Where did we
necessary.
miss one, do you think? Is it here? No, that one they just keep killing us. We did all 3 of these. What did we miss? Maybe we need to go back here and pick Sly, and then in the beginning of this chapter look around more. That's my guess.
They'd run Luca and Rollo.
I'm
With a
gonna
few
look it up
crisp
though,
snaps,
because my
she
voice is
roused Mr.
killing me,
Tolliver.
and I don't want to be streaming for too long. We're already approaching 2 hours. Let's see here. I think this is just for achievements. 13, huh? Should be very close to the end, I think. Looks like we're supposed to have malice. Whoa, I'm missing a lot. We are not gonna beat it today.
crooked. Do we have crooked? I wish they were alphabetical order. I don't know that we have crooked. I think we're missing that, and I bet it goes here for like crooked cop. The weep. Okay. Fire and ice. The hum option. Do we have hum? We haven't used lavish anywhere. We don't have hum. Sly. We have that, don't we? Yeah. Okay. And adorable, incendiary, sly. Sorry, sly, adorable, incendiary, and lavish. I think are all new ones we haven't used. So we need to go to chapter 9. It looks like. Use the sly. Where is that? I'm so confused. Chillin' hard, we did that. Go into your bedroom and use the slide charm. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this will work. Fingers crossed.
Mr. Tolliver looked. Beck caught her. She'd already gotten this was gonna be easy.
The malice charm. I am confused because I do not think I didn't have that one, right? This is time travel is confusing. We don't have whoops, we don't have malice, right? No, how do we get that? I don't know what to do. Yeah. Gonna have a dance fight or something silly. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing some stuff. Incendiary charm. The hum charm, the crooked charm, we're missing those. Chapter 5. I think I did a few things out of order. Pungent charm. Dinner with the mood wills. Unlock the weep charm. Unlock the accept charm. I feel like we did that already, right? You regain control of outside the house. Head into the Beacon Pines sign with the scene. Talk to the librarian. History museum. The hard charm. We've got that. I am a little confused about where I'm supposed to start. That's what I'm struggling with, like, because I think it might be further back. And I can't remember where all of this stuff happened. Oh, is this just achievement? I don't care about achievements. I just want to beat the game. Sorry.
Story walkthrough. That's what I want. Hide charm, chill charm, ponder, junk. Do we have junk? Change, indulgent. Rumble. Strange. Cling. Let me scroll to the bottom and see. We need malice, apparently, is what we're missing. Talk to Jeff. Dangerous, big and small. But I don't see where you get this malice charm. Okay, there we go. Chapter 9. The entire chapter is one big scene. In the middle, you earn the malice charm. Oh boy. Fire and ice. Select the hum option. Do we don't have that either, right? I guess that's what we're missing. Slide charm. So where do we get hum? Incendiary charm must be way further back, because this says now you've found every charm. Hum charm, here we go. And crooked. Chapter 5 signs. Alright, see you later, realms. Sorry, it's so boring. I'm trying. Chronicle, we're gonna select the MCDC. Turning point. Oh, look, we are missing one.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission
not what
control
this
defense
guide's
cannon,
saying, but
aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
maybe it'll work.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See ya, jerks.
This is way far back. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
Uh-oh. Is this another game
Chapter
over?
5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. We're back at our house again. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me.
Find a way home. Okay. Oh, hello? Uh-oh. What's the readout?
Sitting just above 258 Kelvin.
That's a bit down from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Meh, still within the safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade.
Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's just get this over with. What's all this? Hard to say with all the snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What could this even be? Oh, what town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do.
I have incendiary. How do I use it? Haha, cute. Oops. Apparently I'm not good at throwing snowballs.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
That doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and this Arctic nightmare. The puddle we fought at before? It was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
Oh yeah, they got Rollo.
Let that both occur. Oh. I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
It seems like the only dangerous thing in these woods is you.
He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios?
Just lucky, I guess.
Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you?
You knew my parents?
I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like they put looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood. The stuff who put up? I don't know.
Anything else?
This stuff look familiar to you? It looks like the barrel near the puddle I shoved me into. Yeah.
Whoa, we can walk across it now.
It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run.
Or, swim run. That's cute. We still can't go down here, I guess.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this.
We just have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Oh, Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Oh, poor boys. Let's just rest for a bit. Shouldn't we go in somewhere? Like, seems dangerous to just stay out in the cold.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Poor boys. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming.
Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh?
For getting us away from those creeps. I sorta froze up back there.
Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper.
Nah, that's bull hockey. That's cute. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right?
Of course not.
And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper.
But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done.
Huh?
I was being a jerk. You were supposed to be a jerk in response. That's how it works.
Iggy, I'm having a hard time following.
You wanted me to fight you?
Of course.
Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things to try to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
That's something to do. You're a jerk because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing, calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Oh, sad. Perfect little Luca Van Horn. With his perfect little life.
My life is not perfect.
Everybody in town likes you.
Not everybody.
The new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and even she already likes you.
You have
He
Tish.
wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
It must be raining out here.
Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep.
Boys, no, like go in a building. What are you doing?
Yeah. Let's lay low for now.
Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca,
Yeah?
I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse.
What do you think?
Not bad. Aww.
I'll give you the full tour when we get back.
You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad. Aw, cute.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. "Aw, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this." The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. "It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials." Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. "Remember what?" The doppelganger pointed to the couch. "The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us." Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. "That's not true. He didn't abandon us." The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. "Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you." The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went." He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. "Do you remember what we did next?" Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. "Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this." She was scared. His father stepped forward. "What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them." Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading, "I can't lose you." Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. "What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this." Eleanor raised her voice. "Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?" Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. "Luca, is that you, buddy?" With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. "Mom? Dad? What's going on?" Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. "Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all." Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. "It sounded like you were going somewhere."
Oh, she does a pretty good kid's voice.
Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. "Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in." Luca hugged his father tightly. "Promise?" Walt stood up and walked to the door. "I promise." With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached
What's that?
soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation.
Looks like another kid.
Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Do we know this person?
Get your hands off
Whether
me.
it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion.
What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads.
I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh?
Oh, I see. You think you're better than me? You...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball? Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here.
Interesting choice of words.
I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you?
A friend, an observer, a hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility.
Great. How about a name?
If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Okay, bye.
Wait, do you live here?
You might say that.
So you know where we are?
You might also say that.
Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here.
You're gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are.
Alright, that does it. Luca, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines.
Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home.
You are inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful.
Just give it to us straight.
So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines.
Oh, my voice is killing me. If it doesn't wrap up soon, we'll have to do it one more stream.
You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair. But a replica nonetheless.
That's impossible. It's too much work. You'd need a whole town to replicate a whole town.
Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate.
We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed.
You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out rough edges, keeping us sane.
Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably. So you're saying someone made an entire new town and moved us all, and no one noticed?
Precisely.
But why?
Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is uncover...
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
the source.
Why'd you say the source like that?
Why indeed?
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could...
looked down at his feet. His eyes darted back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home...
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simply head west through Weepwood.
We're learning more and more.
Chapter 6. The Source.
I feel like I did something wrong. According to this guide, I should have the hum charm. I don't know.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and
But we're
sauntered
seeing new
off
stuff,
as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more.
Maybe
As
it's
Luca
fine.
sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to Perennial Harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here, alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh, Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Are they gonna get us again? We gotta hide. $259K. Fall off distance is good. Still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Weirdo. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on grapes.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. But here's some
Iggy gave
advice.
Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Whack. Hey, who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Look, Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a jerk, I should stand up for myself. Yeah. Carrying his merry band of clipboards pulled off the switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Oh, let's do this. Let's do this. I keep mixing the voices up. Locate the source. I don't think we have what we need to do this, though. We're missing a couple of charms. It can get awful cold out there in the woods, Luca.
probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way.
Where's Rollo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her?
Oh, heavens, no! Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh, shucks, now that hurts my feelings.
Screw that guy.
Oh, Juno, so cute.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it.
Sorry, I'm looking at the walkthrough.
Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that?
Long story. So, a few years back, I, came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff.
So why did you bury it under a tree?
That's the long part of the story. You and Rollo were doing chores at Rollo's chicken coop. And you guys made me so mad for some reason or
Luca
another.
rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you did it.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things.
You blew up the chicken coop?
I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces.
Rollo got grounded for months.
Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. But when I came back for him later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us.
Unbelievable.
Anything else to look at? Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who's way in over his head.
A hero is just someone who refuses to give up.
Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero.
I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself.
Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are.
Prepare for blast tough, loser.
That's cute. Oh, I'm getting so tired.
Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place.
Yes, we got it.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes.
I think we're gonna have to do another stream. I'm scrolling through this and there's still like a lot left. I thought this game was really short.
Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo, echo, echo.
Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. This is the fourth? It's a dang hole? How do we smash a hole?
Hello, children. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend.
Kerr! Where's Rollo?
I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, anyway. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it?
What did you do to our town? What is all of this?
Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. The fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know.
What do you mean you don't know? Are you in charge?
Oh, heavens, no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications.
Complications like us?
You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles in the way.
Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey.
The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call.
We are giving up without a fight. Your smile's not gonna be so winning after we're done with you.
Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. There, that's better. Like he can't take on 2 children by himself. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking?
Because I have a box full of fireworks, and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop. Let's not do something regrettable.
Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
You're a terrible liar.
I'll have you know, I'm an exceptional liar.
But that's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool!
Call up your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these 2 from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid
silly.
air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like this?
With a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
It's not lit, is it? And it's time for us to die again, I guess. Ooh, look at that face. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca. Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped.
Oh no.
His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child! What have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? It doesn't make a difference. They're always listening.
If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Care's out of the picture. Jeez! Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face makes it almost worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phyllis Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Wow, can you believe this guy? Jeez, that's dark.
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kurt, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too.
Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend.
Yes, you are.
Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, kid.
You know.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies.
I can't.
It's the only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in
A
packs.
calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once.
Jeez, dude. I don't know which one to pick. It says choose whichever one you want. Hang on a second. I think I'm in the wrong place again. Like, how do we just let this kid die? That's crazy. Oops. Maybe it doesn't matter which one you choose. It feels like it would. This feels pretty intense. Sorry, I'm trying. I think there's a lot more game. But maybe not, because it seems like I did some of the stuff I was supposed to do later earlier. Which one should we pick? What do we do? What do you guys think? Select whichever one you want. I don't know what to do. Kerr said he's not really in charge of this. He's just the face of it. So letting him die, I'm not sure is actually going to help us. And if we got him on our side because we saved him, maybe that would be a good thing. And you can't just just because the kid is a bully doesn't mean we could just let him die. We can't do it.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request.
You can't
He
just let 2
tightened his
people
grip
die.
and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr.
Oh, I
Kerr's
forgot
face.
that's what was gonna happen. That he was gonna call other people. I thought we were gonna pull them up.
lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out, We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved
Maybe he's not
frustration.
gonna help us.
There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror.
I think I
now.
believe in people too much.
A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered
Oh, no.
Luca.
I think
The
I made
last
the
thing
wrong
he saw
choice.
before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face.
Oh
And
no.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Maybe so.
Luca had no
I just-
choice but to
seems
accept
too dark.
Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
That's so dark.
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Well, goodbye, Iggy.
Who is this person?
Luca, you should really step back.
What?
Quickly.
But it didn't freeze the whole town?
Curious. Ah, but of course. The fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives.
Not until you tell me what just happened.
Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway.
How?
Tempest liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade.
So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over?
That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again.
If you know all this stuff, why haven't you been helping?
I have been, in my way. Each of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait.
Wait for what?
You,
Me? Why? What's my
A
role?
fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn, you are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny. To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder, Revenge Served Cold.
What?
Second time's a charm? Wait,
That's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
This one? Hum?
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank.
So it is our real Gran. She faked her death, I guess.
Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time
Sorry,
he
I didn't
heard that
realize I needed
melody
to press the
was
button.
the last night he saw his mother.
Is she actually my mom? I bet she is. I bet it's time travel shenanigans and that's my mom and not my Gran. How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call me that are my dad and your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly.
It took me a while to figure that
He
out.
could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother, only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom! Aw.
Luca sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor, I thought you were...
Gone? Should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How?
You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you'd have pieced it together by now.
You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me?
I never left you. I was always right here, Luca.
Why did you lie to me?
It tore me up, Luca. But I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone.
You could have trusted me.
These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they don't care who gets hurt in the process.
Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big.
I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9. The Devil You Know.
How much longer will it be? I don't know. Let me look. Because, like, it feels like maybe I did this out of order a little bit. I think there's still a lot.
7 months
I think
ago,
there's like an hour left.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand.
Hang on a second. There still seems like there's kind of a lot. I want to know what happens.
The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
That is what change is all about. Here we come. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. That man is a liar. Excuse me. I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and Perennial Harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. But while they had us evacuated... Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please. Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this woman, who's obviously disturbed, somewhere comfortable, so that she can get the help she needs.
She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is...
That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncrete.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncrete's face.
It's just a kid.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's the boss? This kid? Take them away.
No, I want them to see this.
Oh, they reversed. This is probably the guy who founded the town, and they reversed time, so he's a kid now.
Ah, the ever tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn.
You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me.
It won't happen again.
I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your fails are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I will take it from here.
Yes, sir, of course, sir.
I lost his voice a little bit. You've done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on
Solomon
out.
pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist. A hushed horror gripped the crowd. This is a story about change.
What? No! Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious jerk. I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town, and we ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr.
William
Kerr.
Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
Helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You're clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, I give you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you fail me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting my time, my dear. Oh, have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? He's huge, he's right there, how can you not see him? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Alligator Girl is still just completely unbothered reading her book, and so is the pig in the chair. Like, whatever, dude, I don't care. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty.
Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest?
Ha! You think that puffed up blatherskite could have accomplished any of this? Dawn, I suppose it is time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow. You've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
That is pretty elaborate. Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy the whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most, and I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha ha, the young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, my boy. You and your friends have made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. But that's fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought, but well worth it. Ha ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business.
So the whole thing is he just wants to live forever?
Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous. A secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end.
Is it really?
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now. You can feel it,
Okay,
right?
I think we're gonna have to end it
We
here.
can't let
I'm
Sharper
just
win.
so
He
tired.
might just be the key to this whole
This is a
thing.
3-hour stream. That's too much
Let's
for me.
see.
So that should have auto-saved. This is the last thing we have with Malice, but we'll try to do that next time I stream because I'm just too tired. I just don't have it in me. Yeah, it saved 1 minute ago, so let's pop out of there, and I think I'm just gonna end it here. So like I've been saying, maybe you'll see me tomorrow, might be a few days. I feel like I might actually be coming down with sickness, unfortunately, so we'll see how that goes. I really want to finish this one. If nothing else, you absolutely will. I will be here on Halloween. Like, unless I am desperately ill, I will be here for Halloween. But other than that, I don't really know. Like, it's just up in the air. Might be days off, might be a weird time, like I've been saying. So yeah,